Hello, welcome back for the third part of this story. Last time we met Snake and Dragon, Bunny and Tiger, Monkey and Rooster, and Sheep and the Horse. Still, we don't know what is next to expect, but we've met more characters now. And they are quite the characters. We also learned that Rooster's famous, and we, Mouse, knows Monkey. So, hopefully things go well, and I'm assuming a plot will happen. So, fingers crossed as we go forward, really, because where else can we go except forward? Well, I think we can safely rule that out as a motive for now. Monkey, it looked like you recognized Mouse. Is that right? Yeah, Monkey here is actually my therapist. Okay, we did not know that relationship specifically. All we knew is that when Monkey tried to address Mouse cut her off. It was a real shock to see her here. Huh, you use a therapist? Why are you saying ha? That's not a thing to say ha at. What? Did something really messed up happen in your past or something? Unnecessary. You don't need some tragic event in your life for a therapist to be useful. Exactly said. Excellently said, horse. More and more, we're learning that every human has struggles in their life. Though some may appear greater than others from the outside, we can't know how everyone handles them. What we can know is that everyone deserves the best piece, living a happy life. Finding a stable mental state is essential. Finding a stable mental state is an essential step for many in that process. I don't know. It's one thing if something super tragic happened, but otherwise it just sounds like you're not approaching life with a good enough attitude. Ooh, I don't know about that mentality. Like, it's good to be optimistic, but not a good attitude about things won't fix things. And plus, the higher you are, like attitude-wise, it's the bigger the drop. Excuse me? Peace. It is quite understandable mindset. Society has many broad misconceptions about mental health, reinforced by a history spent dismissing what is natural as weakness. Natural is weak. I commend you, Tiger, for being able to maintain such a positive outlook on life. In life. I agree that someone like you, I agree that for someone like you, I doubt therapy would be much use. Obviously, why would it? Okay, so Tiger's positive. As this conversation continued, I noticed 2 more people had entered the cafeteria. Oh, okay, we had 2 more people still. The other group was already filling them in, but I decided I wanted to make my introductions, so I walked over to them. So I guess I'd be Dog then. And you're fine being called that? You can call me anything you want, I honestly don't care. Just don't call me late to dinner. Okay, so is he flirting? That joke wasn't worth the chuckle. Yep. I thought it was kind of funny. Bunny's too nice to everyone. Why? I guess you can call me Pig then. Oh, I don't like that very much at all. Would Ball be preferable? Not really. Hey guys, nice to meet you two. Mouse, a pleasure to have you rejoin us. Thank you, Snake. Then again, rats and snakes, predator and prey. Maybe it's not the best that You are happy with our company. It's pretty nuts what's going on right now, isn't it? You're telling me. I'm losing it right now. I mean, what even is happening? Why can't my life just be nice and simple and clean? That's all I ever wanted. But no. I have to be trapped in a scary school with these scary masks and this scary collar. I hate it. It's so scary. Scary? Exactly. Yep, this pretty much blows. You seem relaxed, sir. I mean, if you're going to kill me, just get it over with. Don't make me wade through all this nonsense. Doing a race or whatever, such a pain. Then why go along with it? I said it once and I'll say it again. We have no obligation to do what that voice tells us to do. Yeah, but I don't know. It's not like there's been any difficulty in the instructions so far. Might as well go along with them. You know, why not, right? That's your reasoning for obeying the commands? Pretty much. Seems awfully Blaze for you. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it, Blaze. Thank you! Okay, so Pig is on the same mindset as Mouse, I'm assuming. He's been like this the whole time. Like we've been kidnapped and put in a life or death situation. Or like we haven't been kidnapped and put in a life or death situation. This is a situation to freak out. But for some reason he's just been acting like this is chill. Like this is all good or something. I mean, watching him not lose it has been making me lose it, you know? Pig took a deep breath in, let a deep breath out. 3, 2... Okay, I'm fine. Sorry. I think I was a little much there. I tend to sometimes lose control of my emotions a little bit. I know, it's annoying, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, at least you can calm yourself down, whereas Mouse was stuck relying on Ox. No need to apologize. This is exactly the sort of situation where you should freak out. Though it would be preferable if you didn't. Yeah, I'm okay. I kind of trust all the characters, but I also expect some of them to betray us. Ox, I don't think will, at least until like halfway through the game. Tiger won't, unless it's like a matter of self-defense. Bunny, I don't think Bunny will. Sheep might do it out of fear. Horse might do it out of necessity. Rooster is going to do it out of fear. Monkey's going to do it out of just losing her temper. Snake's going to be cold and calculating. Dog's going to, I think, is also going to be another one who's doing it out of necessity. Pig's doing it out of fear. Who else? Who else is there? Dragon's just going to do it out of anger. I think that's everyone. But who are we going to kill? Because I feel like there's going to be some outcome where we kill someone. After a bit more chatter, everyone gathered in the center of the room to discuss the situation. Well, I'll say it, folks. This right here, it's pretty not cool. You know, I'm starting to suspect you might just be right. I feel like Snake was calling the rooster an idiot. Agreed. It's been a while since someone else came, hasn't it? You think this is everyone? Okay, there's 12 of us. Probably. After all, with us, this makes us 12. And what's that got to do with anything? Oh, come now. With everyone's nicknames, surely you should be able to figure it out. It's rather level 1 symbology. Got to agree with the snake. Level 1. You two are right about that being if you two are right about that being everyone, shouldn't we have heard something by now? I thought they said we'd get more information here. See, this kidnapper's messing with us. I say we just storm out of here. Look, judging from what I saw of the school's layout, the front entrance is probably right down that corridor, and then you turn right. What's stopping us from just getting the hell out of here? The door will almost certainly be locked. What then? I'll smash it down. What do you think? And hey, we've got Horse and Tiger here, right here. They'd probably be even better at it than me. Surprisingly, the one who's the most aggressive is openly saying she's not the strongest. Then again, that's probably like Mondo acknowledging that Sakura is stronger than her. Was stronger than him. So I guess that's fair. But we'd be ignoring what the Jade Emperor said. Didn't you hear what they said? They'll probably kill us. It's a suicide mission. Well, the plan has my vote. This isn't a voting situation. I mean, there's no need to rush at present. Surely we can afford to wait a bit longer, no? Patience is a virtue. This is why I think you're going to kill someone. I don't trust you. I trust Snake more than you, and Snake's obviously... Snake and Rat are on not good terms. They're used for people who lie, trick, and, you know, deceive their way through games. That's why I feel like you're the obvious one to betray people. Unless I'm already tricked by the aforementioned Rat and Snake reputation. We're getting unruly. However, it's as if on cue, the warped voice on speakers began to speak once more. It appears everyone has gathered at the starting line. Please relax yourselves, talk with other racers, and wait for a few more minutes. The Jade Emperor will appear to explain the rules shortly. And just like that, the voice cut off. Up here. Does that mean the perpetrator is going to come to us in person? I guess that settles the debate, though. Like hell it does. I don't know how this changes anything. Dragon, please. I understand your frustration. They're perfectly natural. However, I believe if you take some time to reflect, I've been reflecting. I've reflected that I want to get the hell out of here. But you don't think it could be better to face this head on instead of trying to run away? Bunny's tricking her already. Bunny's tricking Dragon to stay. I am running away from anything. Of course, of course. Okay, so Bunny is bringing the negative vibes. The friendly, optimistic one who is too friendly. And obviously has luck on his side as the lucky rabbit's foot. I'm just saying it sounds like whoever brought us here is going to show up shortly. Don't you want to meet this punk face to face? You know what, you're right. And he has sweet talked the dragon into staying. Okay, that is interesting. How about this person show his face in front of me? How about that? Well, I'm glad that that's been settled. Thank you, Bunny, for keeping us complacent? Sedated, I should say. With Dragon placated. Okay, I guess I chose the right word anyway. The group started to fan out and make themselves at home. It sounded like we'd be waiting for a little bit more, after all. And everyone needed to chill out. Everyone does need to relax a bit. I decided to sit down and take a deep breath. All this stress and it was messing with my head. After I calmed down a bit, I decided to head over and talk to some of the other captives. Nearby, I heard Tiger, Bunny, and Rooster having a discussion about the kidnapper's intent Well, from an outside perspective, we know they plan to play a game, and Snake even thinks so as well. Ox, Dragon, and Monkey, however, were discussing how to fight back against our counters. I don't see that going well, so that wouldn't be worth time. Pig and Horse, meanwhile, were discussing food and drink problems. I mean, yeah, we don't know how long we're going to be here for. I don't think it's going to be long enough to worry about those, though. On the other side of the cafeteria, I saw a dog and asked Sheep about something. I also saw Snake sitting by himself at a chessboard. He seemed to be studying it with some fascination. So I was left with a choice. Ooh, who to talk to? The groups of three, I think, have got things handled. Dog and Sheep. Dog and Sheep, it could be just dog flirting, whereas Pig and Horse are talking about something serious. Again, I don't think we're going to work on that. But Snake's on his own, and Snake is the calculating type. At worst, we're distracting him from any plans he's making. At best, we can use him to learn more. Wow, what was fascinating Snake so much about that chessboard? I had to know, so I walked over and asked him about it. Hey, Snake. Mouse, a pleasure for you to join me. I noticed that you're not talking to with any of the others. What would be the point of that? I don't know. To pass the time, I guess. I am passing the time, just fine on my own. I suppose you are. You are. So what's the deal with this chessboard? I'm just admiring this game board. The game is only partway through, so it's in its place. It's in a place where I can make some presumptions about the moves leading up to this point. I take it you play? On occasion, yes, but not as much as I'd like to. Yourself? My father taught me the basics, but it's been a couple of years since I've actually played the game, and even then I only played casually. I too also play chess, because chess is a nice game. It occupies time, and it could be relaxing, honestly. I think people give up on it too early. Respectable enough. Games are to be enjoyed, yes. While there is more art in high-level play, there is oft more joy in low-level play. So competitive is to show skill and stuff, whereas low-level casual is just to relax. Do you know what makes a good chess player? You mean other than general chess skills? I believe general chess skills are exactly what makes a good player, yes, but I'm talking about something a bit more concrete than that. And obviously, this is an opinion-based question. There's no real answer here. In that case, my father always said the trick to chess is to think a few moves ahead, get inside your opponent's head. So I guess a good chess player is someone who can think more steps ahead than the opponent. Close, Mouse, to my answer. Quite close. Well, what's your answer? What is your answer, Snake? It's the one who can first determine who will win the game. Oh, I see. I guess. But what if the losing side can see that first? Chess is a perfect information zero-sum sequence game. Zero-sum coming up in another death game. In turn, this means it is a solvable game. I suppose, yeah. Each death game has always ever been solvable. I guess besides Danganronpa's killing games. But then again, they need to solve it, otherwise the game would end. So I guess they've always been solvable. Well, we're far, far from finding it. Theoretically, there is a perfect set of moves that will allow one side to win every time. Now, naturally, we can't tell what that is because it's too complex. There are so many pieces. But with every piece that gets removed, finding the next perfect set of moves becomes easier and easier. So as the game advances, the future becomes more obvious. So that's is this referring to Laplace's demon again? At some point, one of the players will realise that they can win no matter what. This is when the cockier player will say mate in 5 or something, but a truly magnificent player should be able to say mate in 10, mate in 15, mate in 25. God could say mate in 150 or something similar, or some similar number at the very end, at the very start of the game. I believe the most important skill is the ability to solve the game with plenty of pieces still on the board. Huh. Well, that's an interesting way of thinking. It is. I quite like it. Does that thought have anything to do with this game? Perhaps not. Perhaps so. That doesn't clear up much. Judging by this board, I can actually tell a lot about the two who played the game. For one, White is far more experienced of the two, but that experience seems to manifest more in rote memorization than natural intellect. It appears that White began with the Sicilian defense. This seems to have worked fairly well too. Looking at the pieces taken, it's clear that White is quite a bit in the lead, and yet there is a curious detail on the board. Can you tell? Is it that the king is knocked over, right? That is the universal symbol of surrender. Precisely. White seems to have given up at the fight, despite apparently having the lead. Looking at the board, I haven't been able to see any clear checkmates from Black. None in the low move count range, at least. So I was thinking a bit, and I had a thought. What if, despite being the best player, Black is incredibly... despite being not the best player, Black is incredible at analysis. Even though it was her piece, her. Even though it was her pieces, she was losing. Once the game had proceeded to a certain point, Black was able to look at the board and solve it. After discovering how to make their victories surefire, Black made a move or two and to bring it closer to the undeniable mate. Then Black explained to White how, despite being behind them, there is no sequence of moves White can make that, if Black responded perfectly, could lead to their victory. Having been schooled, White knocked over their piece. White knocked over their piece in despair. Oh, that's incredible. Yes, is indeed hardly credible, which is why in this scenario of mine is purely fiction. The cause of White's surrender could be any number of reasons. Perhaps they got bored. Perhaps they were playing speed chess and White made the better moves but ran out of time. Perhaps there's some mate in 4 that I cannot see yet. But you must admit, my hypothesis is far more interesting. It is. I quite like it. Thank you for sharing. Snake reached over, turned White's king back up, and moved White's remaining bishop 3 spaces. Pointless, probably, but it might as well continue the fight in White's stead. A shame Black's not here to play against you. A shame, if that's true. If that's true, look over the other chess table. You'll notice there is no pieces present. As it happens, they're all probably properly placed in the shelf that slides out under the board. So what? That's the expected result. It's Thanksgiving break, after all, and I'd imagine the school would clean up before closing down. That would mean cleaning up the chessboards as well and putting back these pieces. I guess that makes sense. So then, why is this game unmoved? I don't know. Maybe they just decided not to clean it up. Perhaps, just something worthy of thought. With that, Snake went back to examining the board. His last words troubled me some, but I couldn't dwell on it. Right now, it was more important to keep learning about the other captives. These three are the only ones who weren't actually talking about anything important by the sounds of it, because we have why we're here, how do we fight back, what if we need food and water, whereas Snake was off on his own, I guess, examining things, so I guess investigating. What is Snake and Dog and Sheep doing? Neither Sheep nor Dog looked particularly upbeat, not that I could blame them. The two seemed to be having a rather bleak conversation at the side of the room, so I thought they could use some cheering up. Do you really think they're going to kill us? Who knows? We can only hope. What do you mean we can only hope? Hey guys, what's going on? Not much. We're just talking about how we're probably going to die today. Accurate. You can at least die several times based on the fact that I think this game has multiple choices. I thought you said that it was just one possibility. Yeah, a pretty likely possibility. Also, yeah, the sheep and the dog, it's like a sheepdog, a shepherding sheep. Hey now, let's cut it out with that sort of talk. I don't want to be like Tiger and say that the situation is a good thing or anything, but if we start thinking negatively, things are just going to get worse. So what? If we start thinking positively, things are just going to suddenly get better? They are? Okay. I'll start right now. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. I'm in a nice comfy empty bed with a nice cup of cocoa and a book and no scary collar around my neck. That is a nice thought. A nice comfortable bed and a nice warm beverage. Did you say a book? I didn't read. Sheep, I don't think you need to go that far. Let her try to delude herself if she wants. And while we're at it, how about you stop trying to make me cheer up as well, huh? What? I'm pretty chilled out. I'm pretty chilled out guy in most things. I'm not the type to intercede on someone else's account if it's not affecting anybody. And all I ask is that courtesy be returned in kind. If I want to sulk about being kidnapped, let me sulk. It's not your place to tell me how to cope. Oh. Well, I'm sorry about that, dog. I didn't mean to be pushy or anything. It's fine. I don't really care. If you didn't care, why would you be commenting on it? Let's just don't do it again. So, Sheep, you said earlier, you're pretty sure that the 12 of us is everybody. Why do you think that? That's a good question. Oh, well, it's just a guess based on the animals here. I have to think that whatever is happening is based loosely on the Chinese Zodiac animals. But aren't we Japanese? Isn't that the other kind of? Because we're Asian, not well. Yeah, that probably sounds rude, so I apologize. Zodiac animals. Dang it, America's the only one who has Thanksgiving, I believe. I don't think I've ever heard of any other country having Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, I've heard about those. A patron of mine was talking about them a while back. Wait, patron? I run a bar. Facts about Dog. Dog runs a bar. I didn't used to. Now I do. Oh yeah, you do sort of have stubble, so. Guess it's a lot. Got a lot of customers, most of which like to talk a lot. Anyways, I remember right. Every animal has a year. It's like a 12-year cycle or something, right? Sort of. It's true that having it be the year of the dragon or year of the snake is probably the most common place you'd hear them from, or hear of them. However, That's just the tip of the iceberg. The zodiac animals actually have a lot of cultural significance. What makes you think that they're inspired by the zodiac animals, anyway? Well, one of the 12 of our animals' masks are. Well, for one, sorry, that's why I'm going wrong. Well, for one, the 12 of our animal masks are exactly the 12 animals. Yeah, that's pretty compelling evidence right there. And also, the kidnapper calls himself the Jade Emperor, right? That's also a reference to the story of the Zodiac animals, or specifically the Zodiac race, which I believe we will have to be a part of, right? I'm not familiar with that part of the legend. Okay, so the specifics of the story actually change around depending on which version you're reading. A lot of old myths are like that. But the Jade Emperor is usually considered the person who held the race and who gave each of the fastest 12 animals their positions. Oh, and by the race I'm referring to the Zodiac race, which was apparently this big race where all the animals competed and the top 12 got places on the Zodiac calendar. The 12 fastest are the animals you see here, and in the order, and the order is fixed, though how exactly each animal got their position is sometimes open to interpretation. For instance, it's generally accepted that the mouse finished first by riding on the ox and then jumping ahead in the end. But other parts, such as the dragon stopping to save a village, or the snake scaring the horse, those alter from telling to telling. Oh, wow, you're really knowledgeable about this stuff. Thanks. I'd like to read these sorts of old tales. I actually recently became a librarian after leaving my old job. Okay, so dog's a bartender, and sheep's a librarian. Now we know. Although there's one part of the story that's been rubbing me the wrong way. Oh, well, it could be nothing. Just basically, a lot of the stories have it where there was actually a 13th contestant, the cat, who was disqualified because the mouse tricked them. What if we're the cat and we're just using the rat's disguise? That's meant to explain why cats hate mice. Ooh, how naughty. Didn't know you had that sort of treachery in you, mouse. And dog's teasing us already about it. I never, you know what, it's not worth arguing. So why are you bringing this up, sheep? Oh, no reason. I was just wondering if that aspect of the story had any significance, seeing our captor seems to be emulating the story. Gotcha. Thanks for letting me talk about that, mouse. I'm feeling better now. There's no need to thank me for that. After all, you did most of the work there. Does talking to me make you feel worse? Because honestly, understandable. No, it's just... I don't know. Feeling there's a lot of pressure, you know? Oh, there's a lot of pressure right now. Why? Oh, I didn't even read those. I will protect you, chill out, man up. Why are you feeling pressured? I mean, I'm not going to make promises saying I can protect them. Man up and chill out seem to have the same response, so I guess I got the right one by accident. Why are you feeling pressured? Why exactly are you nervous? Because I got kidnapped by a mysterious person, and now there's a bunch of strange people strange people around, and also there's a big scary metal collar around my neck. So just the obvious reasons, basically. You know what? Fair. I'm also sure the answer you were hoping... I'm not sure what answer you were hoping for, hoping to get out of her there, mouse. My talk with sheep and dog concluded, I looked around to see if anyone else to talk to. However, before I could talk to anyone else, an announcement played out on the speakers. Actually, that's probably a good time to call it there then, because we're over time. Only by 4 minutes, but still. That's nice. So yeah, we'll find out what this next announcement is for, obviously, next time. Take care.